Palmer, Mayor, taking you 5 days into the future for our April 8th, 2025 City Council meeting. And I'd received a response from the Glen Highway, Arctic Avenue to Palmer Fishhook Road. I'd written a letter to the Commissioner of DOT and also sent the Planning and Zoning's resolution in and received a response from Commissioner Ryan Anderson. He thanked us for the city's engagement regarding the Glen Highway, Arctic Avenue to Palmer Fishhook Road Safety and Capacity Improvements Project. He assured us that the issues raised will be carefully evaluated by DOT as they move forward. And then on our agenda item, we've got, we've got some minutes from the previous meeting, action memorandum for a statement of non-objection to restaurant eating liquor establishment for Sweet Gypsy. And then we've also got a proclamation recognizing April 2025 as Month of the Military Child. There's also a public hearing authorizing the city manager to borrow money and issue utility revenue bonds in the principal amount not to exceed $137,429. That's for water capital improvements projects and has to do with those monies that we approved, I think, at a previous meeting. But there's a small amount of it has to be covered by the city, and for different reasons with the loans and the et cetera, that they're doing a small bond to help to cover that. And then under action memoranda, we've got one authorizing the city manager to purchase turnout gear not to exceed $30,274.16. There's one for purchasing 5 self-contained breathing apparatus not to exceed $55,005. Another one authorizing the utility water connection for 46 lot subdivision outside on Northeast Bogard Road. And then there's another action memorandum authorizing the city manager to execute an amendment with HDL engineering consultants for doing an EPA requested third-party technical analysis. This has to do with our consent decree with the feds, and they're basically in the process of monitoring it, and that we need to get a third party to do that. And there's also action memorandum for the manager to execute a contract with electrical power systems, essentially setting up electrical systems so we can set up emergency backup generators for the City of Palmer wastewater treatment plant. And a reminder, too, about what happens if Mount Spur erupts. And, historically, it happened in 53 and it happened in 92. Only lasted a few hours, but all the ash clouds that were generated cause a lot of grief, particularly for airplanes, for any airlines flying anywhere in the area where the winds may take it. But there's some links to a few sites that you can go to check out what things you can do about that. So this has been Steve Carrington, Palmer Mayor, taking you 5 days into the future for our April 8th, 2025 Palmer City Council meeting.